Hello everyone. So in the last session we discussed about the HDFS architecture. Now we are going to discuss about the HDFS commands. What is the HDFS cluster and how it is available in our college, and then we will discuss about various commands in the HDFS. Now let us start with this HDFS commands and execution of HDFS commands. First of all, we have to understand how can we interact with the HDFS. There are three ways to communicate with the HDFS. First one is the HDFS shell. That HDFS shell means it is a small command. On the command prompt, you can write the commands, you can type the commands so that it will be executed on the HDFS and it will perform some operations. And the web page view, you can open the browser, any browser, and you can communicate with the server and you can see the environment, Hadoop environment, HDFS environment, and you can see the files and you can download the files. All these facilities are available in the web page view. And then API, you can interact with the HDFS by using a Java API so that you can write the Java program. As a part of that, you can communicate with the HDFS and you can access the data from HDFS and you can write it also. Please remember that the entire HDFS and Hadoop is developed on top of the Java, so it is easy to communicate with the HDFS by using a Java program. So let us start with the HDFS shell. Before going to start with the HDFS shell, let us see the commands. What are the various shells available? Now, by using the script, we can use the Hadoop or HDFS scripts. There are two scripts available, Hadoop and HDFS. Hadoop is the common script for all kinds of Hadoop operations. As the part of that, we have the file system commands also. And HDFS, it is dedicated to the HDFS only, Hadoop distributed file system only, whereas Hadoop is related to the HDFS, MapReduce, and some other operations also. Now, we can use any one of them, Hadoop or HDFS shell. Now, the general syntax for the HDFS shell are like this. Either HDFS or Hadoop you can use, Hadoop or HDFS, and then hyphen you can give the config directory, and then you can give the command. What is the command? And then generic options, you can give the generic options, and then command options. So this is the general syntax, and you can use any one of these two, Hadoop or HDFS. Now before going into that, we have to go with the classification of the commands. What are the various classifications? Meaning that the user commands and the administrative commands. These are the two kinds of commands available. So see here, user commands. The user commands, they are the DFS, fetch DT, FSCK, and version. DFS, this is for the distributed file system. All the file system commands are available in the DFS command. And fetch DT, it will fetch the details of all the files available, and then FSCK, it will check the file system, and then version, it will display the version of the HDFS, and then file system and version, it will display the version. And file system commands, the DFS is having various options here. If you see these options, they are same as the Unix commands, similar to the Unix commands. See here, you can find the cat command and chmod, chowner, and then count, cp, ls, mv. All these are the Unix commands only. So based on the Unix, if you are good in Unix operating system, Unix, Ubuntu, or any Unix flavor, Linux, anything, then you can understand all these commands very easily. But there is a small difference. We will run these commands from the HDFS shell. If you use these commands without using HDFS shell, they will work on your local system. Otherwise, they will work on the other environment, that is on the HDFS. Now, Hadoop cluster. How our Hadoop cluster is designed? That is, we have the name node with the name KMIT name node. This is the name node available, and we have number of missions available. Total 10 missions. We have total 10 missions. Second mission is the KMIT Resource Manager, which is the part of the yarn, and third mission is the KMIT database, which is having the databases, meaning that MySQL is installed on the KMIT databases, which is the background for the Hive, and KMIT Spark, which is having the Spark server, so we can run the Spark environment from that server. And then we have 6 separate slave servers. So we can call them as the worker nodes. So all these are having slave 4 to slave 9. So total 4 plus 6, total 10 missions are available. Now, in this, actually what we have done is, even in the name node, resource manager, database and Spark also, we installed the data nodes. All are having data nodes because we have less number of nodes available. So because of that reason, we installed the data nodes in all the missions. In the similar way, for the resource manager, we need the node managers. In the similar way, all the missions are having the node managers. In the similar way, Spark server is there in one mission, and all other missions, including that server, all are having the worker nodes also. So that our cluster is designed in this way. Now what you have to observe is, in the cluster means this is the cluster area. You can see that this is the cluster area. And every mission is having 2 parts. Here, this is the individual part, and this is the cluster area. In this mission, this is the cluster area. You can imagine like that. So here it is having the operating system. Here it is the HDFS, yarn, MapReduce, Spark. All these are available in this area. So see here, this is having the local file system, and it is having the HDFS. And of course, they can be used in all these other nodes also, meaning that here MapReduce, Spark and Pig, Hive, all these are available in this area. So this is the Hadoop cluster available in our college. You can access that. In the next session, I will show you how to execute the commands on the cluster. Now I am giving with that. First command is the put command, meaning that first step is you have to upload one file onto HDFS. Now for that you have to understand what is that. As I mentioned you can connect with the one mission. In that mission we have the operating system Ubuntu. We are using Ubuntu here for our cluster. On top of that we have the HDFS. There are 2 environments available. In Ubuntu we have the local file system. HDFS is the Hadoop distributed file system. Now I have a file in the Ubuntu in our local mission. Now I want to upload that into HDFS. For that there will be a separate copy will be created on the HDFS. For that we have to use the command put command. So what the put command will do, it will take the data from the local file system. It will take one file from the local file system and it will be copied onto the HDFS, upload into the HDFS at one place, at the given place. What we can do is, here the command syntax for the command is HDFS DFS. If you are using the Hadoop FS, or if you are using the HDFS DFS, HDFS distributed file system. It is the DFS distributed file system. Command name is DFS. And -put, it is the generic command. What the command you want to execute. Put means upload the data. And from the local source, you have to give the local source where you want to take the data. It may be on the desktop. And then destination, where you have to copy on the HDFS. Again in the HDFS, it is a directory structure, root and then subdirectories. So where you want to upload, that you have to mention the path. Here another example here, HDFS DFS -put local file, and you can mention the exact the location of the Hadoop file in the HDFS. And HDFS DFS hyphen put local file 1, file 2, file 3. You can give number of sources, and then directly you can give one directory, so that it will all the given files will be uploaded onto the given given directory of the HDFS. And of course you can give the file name format also, local file and HDFS : / and you can give the namespace ID and slash, you can give the file name, you can file path, so that it will be uploaded onto that location. Okay, like this we can use the put command. I will show you in practical in the next session. And cat command. Next one is, in the previous command we uploaded the data. Now the data is available here in the HDFS log file is available. Now I want to see that on the screen. How can we get that file onto the screen? That is by using HDFS DFS -cat. If you use simply cat, then the cat command can be used to take the data from the Ubuntu file system onto screen. But if you want to take that from the HDFS, then you have to use HDFS DFS -cat, so that it will take from the HDFS and display it on the screen. So HDFS DFS -cat, and you can give the file name that will be displayed. And then get. Get means, already I have the file on the HDFS. I want to download that file onto my Ubuntu local file system. Then we can use the get command. So HDFS DFS -get, you can give the source and local file path, and then copy from file, copy from local, copy to local. These two are like the put and get commands. So copy from local, this is for put command. Copy to local, this is for the get command. Syntax is also similar. And ls means list of files. It will list all the files in the given specific directory from the HDFS. It is not for the local file system. It is in the HDFS. Again, the root, subdirectories are there. So it can be downloaded. It can be shown. All the directories and files will be shown in the specific directory. And of course, you can use the -r also for recursive. Recursively, it will display all the directories, subdirectories and files. Everything will be shown for the given specific path. And then CP. CP means, already I have the HDFS. In HDFS, I have a file in one directory, and I want to copy the same file into another directory inside the HDFS only. If you want to copy from Ubuntu, that is local file system, onto HDFS, you can use the put. But here, I want to copy from HDFS to HDFS. So for that, we have to use the CP command. HDFS DFS -cp, you can give the path 1 and path 2. And mkdir, this is to create a directory inside the HDFS. You can create the directory, and complete directory structure you can create by using the mkdir. Simply you can give HDFS DFS -mkdir. And then rm. To remove one file or directory, you can use the rm. So simply HDFS DFS -rm and -r, this is for recursive. All the directories, subdirectories, everything will be removed. So there are several options are there. We will discuss in the practical session. And move from file. Move from local, meaning that the data will be copied onto the HDFS and local copy will be removed. That is the move from local. And MV, of course, move to local, it is not yet implemented. If you want, you can implement, because it is the open source. And MV, it is another version of the copy. The copy means it will maintain the 2 copies of the file. MV means it will move from one place to another place. That's it. Okay. And then set replication. If you want to change the replication factor for a file, then you can use the set rep. So generally the replication factor is 3. But default is 3. If you want to make it available more, you can make it as 5. So that for that you can use the set rep. Okay. And then tail. Tail means it will give you the last block data. What is there in the last block that will be given. Touch Z. This is for creation of the empty file on the HDFS. So these are the various commands available in the HDFS. There are so many commands are there. These are the important commands what we are going